Good morning once again. We are at Yashio factory and we're gonna continue on with the cage install. I've already jacked the car up because first thing I did today was I pulled off all the old plates from the old cage because they were all like silicone and seam sealed it on. So I had to use like a big screwdriver and a little pry bar to get them all off. And obviously I had to jack the car up because we've got to put the plates in under. If we can get under here, you can see all the bolts coming through for the cage. So we got to put the plates in for that. Line it all up and seam sealer those on, plus seam sealer up all the old holes from the old cage, which you can see there. Also, we got to drill the holes and work up in here to where the cage comes through, which I think is here now, not here. So these need to all be resealed up as well. But also, we're doing a bit of a going away party today. One of our friends who's part of the Yashio factory crew, he's got to move back to Hokkaido. He had to sell his car and everything here in Tokyo, so it's a bit sad. So we're gonna do a big barbecue. You get to see some of that. I'm not gonna time lapse me bolting this cage in because it's just drilling and bolting stuff in. We'll probably start time lapsing once I get that done and we move on to other stuff. So I think that's a bit more interesting. You saw enough of that yesterday. So I'm just gonna get in and try and get this started because we've still got a lot to do, cutting the dash and stuff like that. I wanna get this finished by today because me and Okachan are gonna probably film a little special video for 100K later tonight. And we need this car up and running for that. So should be fun. Let's get to it. I took a quick break from the car to enjoy some meat. We're currently going with some lamb on the Genghis Khans. Good times. Okachan just busted out the Wagyu beef. This stuff looks epic. Check it out. Oh yeah, we've been eating a little bit now, so I'm a little bit late to the party, but looks so good. So back to the car now after an epic feast, and as you can see, I've already got everything bolted in, which I said I wasn't going to time lapse any of that because there was just no point. So everything's all seam sealed up as well, so we're all good. And it was kind of funny because I worked out that on this side, one of the holes from the old cage actually lined up with one of the bolts here, so it was perfect. We used at least one hole from the old cage, which I thought was kind of funny, but I guess not now that I've kind of repeated that. Anyways, we're up to cutting the dash part. So we had a look at the same cage that's installed in Okachan's lesson car, and we've worked out and done all the measurements. I got the calipers here so we can get the cut perfect. And essentially we got to cut like out through here. It's like through there kind of thing, and that way we can slide it on. And we've also got some more cuts to do to like the lower garnish just to clear the bar a little bit and things like that. So I think like down here we need to do a bit of cutting too, but we'll figure that all out as we go along. We've got probably 2-3 more hours and I think we can probably get everything done. As long as this cut goes well and the dash goes in pretty smoothly, we should be okay. So enough talking, let's time lapse this. Alright, so a little update. Here are my cuts. I was able to get them done pretty neatly. I just used this little like flexible air saw thing, which worked really, really well. And then what I did was I taped it all up and then hit it with some black spray paint to hide the ugly yellow foam stuff in those cuts, so that's not super obvious when you're looking through the windshield or inside the car and whatnot. Also, later on, I'll trim the vents that go in the dash so that they clear. You kind of just got to trim like a little bit of the sides here and it should go in okay. So we'll do that at a later date. I also had to take this side one bar out so that I can push the dash in, and then I then kind of put this into the dash and then slide the whole thing in, because you kind of can't, like, unless I cut way more out of this side, which I don't want to, it's not going to fit. Well, it's hit 7 and everyone wants to go home, and this is where I'm at. Barely got anything more done, but we got the dash sitting in there. It needs to be bolted in then. But you may have seen the time lapse. I goofed up really bad, like really bad. I forgot to put these side garnishes in, so we just had to loosen this whole entire side and muck around with it for 30 minutes just to get this side garnish in, and we're gonna have to do the same there tomorrow. Normally Yashio factory is not open tomorrow, but Oka-chan's gonna give me a key and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and just work the whole entire day and get this finished, because it needs to be ready for alignment on Tuesday, because we've got some new tie rod ends coming in to replace the damaged ones. We're also changing to a different type of one, which we'll explain in that video, but it's it's interesting. Toyota parts are going on my S15, so that'll probably pique your interest. Anyways, for now, we're just going to leave it where she is. Going to turn the light off, put the battery on the charge, take the GoPro down, and then we're probably going to head home, maybe get some dinner on the way, I don't know. But I'm actually pretty happy with my progress, honestly, and the way that I got this cut here is just perfect. And we also figured out I don't need to cut the vents. Because I'm not running padding in this section, I don't need to cut it. And we did just check with Shucken as well for registration. In 2 years' time, I will have to make sure this has padding on it. So I'm going to buy some and just kind of zip tie it on. Kind of like a pool noodle, but a lot thinner, I guess. And then at some point, if I ever need to take the dash out for anything, then I'll probably just take the whole cage out and get some proper padding and put it on with an air compressor. Because that's how you put the padding on. You kind of like pump it up and blow it up with an air compressor, and then you just kind of, it then slides over all of this. It's a really cool trick that Oka-chan was telling me about. But I don't know, I think I'll just zip tie padding on for now. I don't really care. The rear you don't have to worry about, but the front you definitely have to do. Anyways, that's it for today with this thing. Kind of bummed I didn't get it finished, but I went into this job not knowing how much of a big job it was. So anyways, about to bounce now, and once again the workshop is just full to the brim of cars. I just love this view here though. Like we had the wings sitting on there, and they're both identical wings, same wing that I have on mine. And it just looks so cool them being on top of each other. I don't know, you had to be there for the moment, I guess, to see the wings. Check out my Instagram, you'll see it there, but it looks super sick. I'm really keen to see this car ripping, because Oka-chan's still got a bit more settings to do on it, and with the turbo that we put on there, so no more turbo problems, it's gonna rip, and we're gonna be drifting at Wednesday at Nikko Circuit, which is just gonna be insane. Really pumped. I can't wait to skid that thing. With the roll cage, it's going to feel different too, because it's going to be a lot more stiffer. It'll be fun. Never drifted a car. Well, no, I have. I've drifted cars with roll cages. I drifted Oka-chan's one. This thing out here. Where is it? That thing. Looks so weird. It almost looks orange in the camera right now. All right, we're going to head home, jump to the Skyline, and go grab May.
Sam, your burrito is leaking.
I love nothing more than a leaking burrito. It's waifu, everyone. With my leaking burrito, apparently. And
I am very nice.
You are? Oh, but I'm drinking a Fanta.
Okay, well, this is my root beer.
Oh, damn. Well, how about you have the Fanta, what's left of it, and I'll have the root beer. Oh, okay, fine. See? Yeah, you're really nice. That's alright, you gave me a cake yesterday. Okay, we're gonna head home. We got the waifu. Let's get to it. When your own wife sends you a super chat, it's a facepalm moment. Far out. Thanks for the 500 yen, mate. I know you're downstairs. I'll bang my foot on the floor for you. Thanks. That's a weird flex. It is very weird. Ah.
Congrats, babe, on 100K. Here's the surprise.
Congrats, babe!
Oh. She set me up. You did this live? Are you serious? You got me a cake?
I can't tilt this.
I cannot believe you did this.
This is congrats, 100K subs.
I love you so much. This is, guys, if you find a girl out there that does this for you, this is what you need to do. We need, all right, I'll hold it. How does that sound?
Everyone.
Oh my gosh, it even says, all right, I'll blow it out. All right, let's try and not burn down the place.
Everyone, crabs in chat for
crabs and cake. That sounds so bad.
But anyways, yeah, 100K.
Love your videos. Congrats on 100K.
No. I was gonna get like.
Wait, is this gonna set off anything?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna get 100K candles, but that was gonna be too dangerous.
That would probably set the whole house on fire. This is amazing. Seriously, I hope the cake doesn't fall, but it even says congrats, 100K subs on it. All right, I'm getting a selfie right now. This is seriously the best moment ever. guys.
Congrats,
I did.
the
It said,
cutest.
now here's the surprise, and I thought that's what the 500 yen was. I had no idea.
What kind of cheap wife would do that when you reach 100k and you only give 100?
I thought you were trolling me. I thought you were just teasing me. No wonder you were telling me to do the stream so much.
Because I got that right after you went out of the house.
Alright, May, you need to get in this somehow. We need everyone in chat right now. We're getting a selfie with you guys, alright? May, you need to squeeze in between the screen and there. And, hang on. I should take out these 2 front candles so we can see 100k. Everyone in chat, scream. Scream in chat. Scream in chat. Alright, get in there, May. I wish I could do peace sign right now. Someone donated 50 bucks in the middle of that. All you can see is this big red thing on the selfie. That is so awesome. Okay, so obviously back home now, and I already edited the video, and I added in at the end that you would have just seen before this clip, a part of a live stream from last night. I did a 100k live stream Q&A kind of thing, and May completely caught me off guard and surprised me with a kind of cake celebrating 100k, which it was really funny because that morning I heard her on the phone to someone, and she was being really sus, like kept moving in different rooms as if she didn't want me to hear what she was saying to them. And it was really weird because then, like, when she finally did walk out of one of the rooms, I heard she was on the phone to some company, but I didn't really catch what kind of company it was. Anyways, turned out that was her ordering the cake and trying to tell them what to write in English on the little, like, plaque thing on the cake. It made sense afterwards. And then how she was pushing me so hard that night when I got back. I was ready to just crash and like edit the video and pass out right away, but she convinced me to do a live stream for an hour, and so glad I did. Anyways, don't worry though, I do want to say don't worry, that is not the 100k video. The 100k video is probably going to be delayed by about a week or a few days. I still want to try and get it out this week, so I'll talk to Oka-chan once we get my car ready, and maybe after the 30th we'll try and figure something out. Yeah, I am beyond ecstatic and pumped that we hit 100k, guys. All I have to say is just hold out for the video and what we got planned there. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be pretty cinematic, and I'm Australian, and we know how to celebrate. Let's just say that. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I just spat all over my desk, but that's all right. It didn't hit you guys, and that's what's important. Peace out. Jamata.